Season 2, Episode 7 of Peacemaker does still have a lot wrong with it, but it is starting to pick up the pieces in some areas that makes it just a little bit better than the previous episodes.
I mean, the action was slightly better in this episode. Is what I was telling Griffin. We always shoot the shit a little bit before. I saw the episode. I wasn't really entertained other than I can say, yeah, there was a better action sequences in this one. It was a lot more action-packed than it has been in the past.
For sure.
And that's pretty much... I mean, maybe one or two characters were a little bit better. I don't know if better written, but just got into the thick of it. But that's pretty much it, man.
I do agree with that. I do think the action's better. We haven't really seen much superhero action, and I guess it kind of makes sense for this show, but we still haven't seen Chris use any of his helmets. This is kind of like the second time we've really seen him use some of his equipment, and I do like more of the faster pace of this episode. And one thing I do continue to like is I really do enjoy Chris's family in Earth X. I like his father, I like his brother. I do think they do a really good job, and that's continuously what trends on from the previous episodes. Those are the better parts of these episodes. And continuing on with that, I do really enjoy this emotional development that Chris has gotten since the start of the season. I do like how it's kind of come to fruition and kind of has a stopping point here with the development, but I really dug that. But, of course, this episode still isn't great, and I'm still not a huge fan of the show despite really wanting to love it. I don't like shows that kind of just force to have a longer episode count when this show really could have wrapped up in 5 episodes, as these episodes keep getting shorter and shorter with having scenes that really don't matter, don't mean anything, with just a lot of fluff. And starting off with towards the start of this episode, as in, I believe it was episode 3, we had the cameo with Rick Flag Jr. I feel like it would have been so much better when just elevate it from just a cameo to actually being in the show if he was in this episode at Argus while they're escaping. I feel like that would have been great to see. I was kind of bummed I didn't see it and didn't see him there at all since episode 3. I really was looking forward to that. With how this episode went, there's a lot of things that are set for next episode that could really just frustrate me. So now we no longer have the door, which is fine, but I just somehow the Earth X is gonna find its way into our Earth, and I already know I'm probably not gonna like it. They may be able to pull it off, but if they don't change the code, if Rick Flag Sr., who's still the worst character of this show, does some dumbass shit, I'm gonna be pissed. I'm looking forward to the show just to be over, see how it does allegedly set up Man of Tomorrow, but this show, I still stand by it, is just James Gunn and friends. It was kind of put on the burner just because James Gunn wanted to, and really doesn't serve any purpose for the greater DCU when we really need that world building right now.
This show fucking sucks. I know that. First of all, I want to be clear. I never gave a single fuck about these characters, except for maybe one of them. And that's because she's got strong ties in the comics to Batman and because she's hot. But I've never given a single fuck about any one of these other characters. I didn't like Peacemaker in The Suicide Squad. I just thought the humor was stupid. It was over the top. It was annoying. I didn't like the character. I don't particularly care for John Cena. I know I sound like I'm just shitting all over this. But season 1, I have friends that liked it. I couldn't care less for that season. Season 2,
it's so much worse.
I don't understand why we needed this shit. Again, I know I sound very repetitive, and I've said it in my other Peacemaker videos that we've done. I just don't know what else to say about this shit. I don't like the character of Peacemaker. I don't understand why we need him in the greater DCU. I definitely do not understand how this sets up Man of Tomorrow or anything else. I really do believe it's just... And James Gunn didn't even have this shit planned, by the way, so it's not like, oh, it's
he's
part of the
admitted
plan. No, it's very George Lucas-ish when he was like, oh, yeah, no, the prequels were always... This is how it was always lined up. No,
the Star Wars holiday special.
You can totally fucking tell just based off a bunch of stuff that it was never planned. Same with this shit. And again, I've seen some of the comments are like, well, what about The Boys? You like The Boys? Yeah, but The Boys, I know it's a satire, but it takes itself a little bit more serious. There's some over-the-top fucking jokes there. There's some nudity. There's some crazy stuff going on there, but it takes itself a little bit more seriously. With James Gunn, my issue with him has always remained the same. His humor, it's just a weird fucking humor.
It's very hit or miss.
It's a very odd sense of humor that he's got, and even in Guardians of the Galaxy, which is a trilogy that I really love, the third one's probably the better one.
It is the best one.
There were moments even in that movie where I'm just like, you break such heartfelt moments with this fucking levity of yours. And in Superman, that was my worry. And sure enough, he did it in Superman. The fucking dog was all over the place, just being annoying. And there were moments of absolute seriousness where you just cut and then the scene is not ruined, but just a little bit crapped on by this humor. Here, the humor's, and I get it, it's an
bad.
HBO Max show. He can go nuts.
So the Harley Quinn show's better than this, and that goes nuts and has great humor.
It's just, I get it. I understood from the poster. I didn't even have to see the fucking trailer. From the poster, this shit's not for me. I'm not the target audience for this crap. My crap is a little bit more, a little bit more serious. Take yourself a little bit more serious. Daredevil, Batman, when done right, Punisher. This shit, this kind of tongue-in-cheek, let's beat the crap out of each other and let's laugh about it shit. It's never really been for me. Is the next episode going to grip me? Probably fucking not. Not one of these episodes has gripped me. Griffin has a very important question to this. So James Gunn said that the last, was it 2 or 3 episodes were not released to the press? No one's seen this because
including the next
apparently, like, it's just going to be like, DC characters are going to show up. It's going to be super important. Maybe he just really meant the last one. Yeah. I wouldn't get my hopes up. I mean, it's probably going to be something fucking lame, to be honest with you.
Yeah, and don't just dismiss what Edward's saying just because he's not a James Gunn fan. I am the target audience for this. I have enjoyed most of James Gunn's work. This is kind of the first project he's done, at least in this season, where the humor at all just hasn't landed with me. And you have 2 different sides here. I get that a lot of people do like it, and that's totally fine. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. If this is for you, fantastic. It's just, after coming on from Superman, expecting something a little bit more impactful to the greater DCU, building up this world, I expected something a little bit more impactful. I don't know if serious is the right word, but something a little bit more meaningful than this.
Oh, by the way, I'm a James Gunn fan. I mean, I like the guy. I think he does understand comics.
True.
I love what he was able to do with Guardians of the Galaxy, and a lot of people are now they're like super experts. None of you knew who the fuck the Guardians of the Galaxy was. Maybe 1 or 2 of you knew who Star-Lord was. You didn't know who.
I guarantee it's completely different than the movie.
100%. So, but he was able to take those characters and make them great and have an amazing trilogy over at Marvel.
Yeah.
I'm not saying the guy can't do it. I'm just saying, as of late, like Creature Commandos, this shit, don't need it. I mean, again, Batman, Swamp Thing, Wonder Woman, where the fuck are they?
Swamp Thing I wouldn't put up there, but yeah.
Why are we getting fucking Peacemaker instead of, stuff like that? But again, I don't run DC.
And that's the issue. He does run DC, yet he's the one directing and writing majority of these projects. He needs to take a step back.
That shit's up for sale again. I mean, we have...
And his contract ends next year.
We have Paramount and Netflix bidding for it, so...
I want Amazon to get it. Amazon would be great. Thank you guys so much for watching. Let us know what you thought about Peacemaker Episode 7. And if you enjoyed our review of Peacemaker Episode 7, you can check out our review for Episode 6 right now.